The Scoops Old-Fashioned Ice Cream Shop for loose lug nuts. The Xfinity Series Round 8, or Round of 8 of Race 1 here tonight at POCONO. Why does it say Richmond up there? I have no idea. Well, we're already having hiccups here tonight, folks. So let me go ahead and fix that real quick. The Tricky Triangle here tonight. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock up here. Well, I've got somebody brand new to me up here in the booth. Going to be calling the race with me tonight. Rachel Thornhill up here. Rachel, we talked last week. Glad to have you this week. I know you're under the weather, but hopefully you can hang in there, and thank you.
Yeah, no, not a problem. Glad to be here. I'll be fine. It's not the first time I've done this, so.
Well, Rachel, before we get into the pre-race analytics here real quick, POCONO, the Tricky Triangle, each turn very different. You got the long front stretch, you got the long pond straightaway, and of course, you know, the flat turn of turn number 3. What are these drivers out here going to have to do here tonight to hang on to this car?
Honestly, I mean, we've watched practice, and some of these guys, I mean, it seems like they're not struggling too much. I think, you know, biggest thing is they're just going to have to be patient, you know, going through this. This is a long race. I mean, even though it's only 64 laps, it's a 2.5-mile track. So they've just got to be patient, not get aggressive, and, you know, take their time with it. So.
All right, well, let's go ahead and dive down here to the pre-race analytics here real quick. We're going to talk about that. Oh, we got a good wind out there at about 6 miles an hour coming out of the north, a 75 degree air temp, humidity about 1%. Now, track temp is 104 out there right now. It started out about 107. As it's been since Wednesday night, I've had to deal with this track since Wednesday, and folks, definitely, I am tired of seeing POCONO here. Right now, I would love to not see it for the next 6 years. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I'm so tired of this track. But 104, it is dropping down. We're going to be just doing 64 laps here tonight. Going to equal to about 160 miles. 64 laps, Rachel's not a whole lot of laps, but here at POCONO, it is still going to be a dreadful 64.
Right. I mean, it isn't as many laps as, you know, what these series tend to do, but because it's such a long track, some of these guys will probably feel like they've been on this track forever by the end of the night.
Yes, ma'am, you got that right. Well, that's going to be 160 miles. They only get 3 sets of tires. That's going to be interesting. Fuel, somewhere between 20 and 25 laps. You know, 70% fuel, Rachel, and 3 sets of tires. You know, fuel, tires, combination of both, maybe. What do you think we might see come down to the end of the race here tonight? Could it come down to tires, or could it come down to fuel if, of course, we stay green?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be more tires. These guys are going to have to conserve tires, obviously with 3 sets. I mean, I wouldn't really be too concerned about fuel because they're only doing 64 laps. But yeah, tires is going to be a huge thing for them.
Oh, yeah. And I think tires is going to be the biggest issue for them as well. So we'll have to watch, see who conserves, who doesn't. Now, pit road speed here, 55 miles per hour. When you're on those old tires, getting it down safely to 55 is not easy. It doesn't matter what car you're in, so they're going to have to be very careful on that. We'll touch more base on pit road here in just a bit. 75 pace speed here tonight, should be 95 here at POCONO, but that's just my opinion. I hate pacing at POCONO. But let's get down to the point standings here tonight. Now, it's only the top 8 here. I'm going to run to through the first 4, and then Rachel's going to do 5th through 8th. But Scott Patton is going to come in tonight, 1,198 points there in that top spot. Rob Haynes up a spot into 2nd, 1,191. He is 7 points behind Scott. Jason Lance down a spot into 3rd, 1,189. He is 2 points back behind Rob. And Ted Wade is going to stay right where he's at into fourth on the bubble here, because after 2 races, 4 more drivers is going to be eliminated. Ted's got to stay there in fourth, 1,182. He is 7 points behind Jason Lance. Go ahead, Rachel.
All right, and you've got in fifth is Jason Maines, and he actually fell back a position. He was in fourth, but now he's currently in fifth with 1,179 points. And he is 3 points behind Ted Wade. And then in sixth, you've got Jeff Merck with 1,176 points. And he is 22 points behind Scott Patton. You also have in seventh is Michael Jeans. He moved up 2 positions and with 1,175 points, and he is 23 points behind Scott Patton. And you've got in eighth is Judd Danielson. He actually lost a position. He was in seventh, and he has 1,170 points, and he is 28 points behind.
All right, well, that is the top 8 here, and, you know, you could just see the difference as well. I've got behind each driver. You were going off of the leader, which is Scott Patton, so 5-1-3-3 here. That's just going from the bottom to the top. Each driver behind each one of them here tonight. They've got to be in the top, what is it? See, it's going to be round of 12, a round of 8, and then round of 4. So they got to be in the top 4. If they're not in the top 4, Rachel, they're eliminated.
Right, and the thing is, the amount of points that separates most of these drivers from that 4th position is not by much, because I mean, you've got like Jason Maines, he's only 3 points behind Ted Wade. That's not a lot of points to make up. So a lot of these guys, it's just really small amounts that keep them from that 4th position.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Rachel. Well, we're going to go ahead and step away here, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
righty, folks, qualifying back underway here tonight. It looks like right now Scott Patton opening the top spot here with a 55.205 at about 69 one-thousandths of a second ahead of Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, like we like to call him. Now back here in the back, we've got some drivers, Rachel, that are still putting in a time. Jason D. Mange, Justin Michael, Jeff Gilmore, Michael Jeans, Lehman, Sadler, Will Prue, and Hermie Sadler. The other Sadler's Elliott Sadler. So still some drivers putting in a time here, but they're gonna run out of time here pretty quickly, coming down to about a minute 15, minute 10 left.
Right, and to get around Pocono is, it takes so long that sometimes 5-minute qualifying is not really enough for these guys to be able to put down a good lap.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, usually the first lap, which is the out lap, when they come around and start their time, that's not a good lap. Usually it's the second lap that's the best time that they can get, and as Justin Michael is going to overtake that top spot here and push Scott back to second. Justin Michael not going for a championship this season, but still looking, Rachel. I mean, he's one of those, like I call, upset drivers. He is looking to play a huge factor into the top 8 here in round 1.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, and just looking at his time, I mean, it's 55.151 compared to Scott Patton's 55.205. So yeah, he's definitely trying to make it known that he's coming for a win tonight.
Yes, he is, and we're going to go ahead and drop it off because qualifying is over. We're going to get down here to the starting grid here tonight, and since we've got 15 drivers, I'll run through the first 7 instead of 6, Rachel. I'll run through the first 7, and then we'll let you handle the rest of them. But the mic, and my mic just fell off of my stand here, so hang on. The MaxspeedTV starting grid here tonight. Justin Michael grabbing the pole with a 59.152. Congratulations to Justin. Scott Patton going to be in second. Rob Haynes third. Elliott Sadler fourth. Michael Jeans fifth. Dustin Covington in sixth. And rounding out the top 7 is going to be Judd Danielson. Rachel.
All right, and 8th is Brandon Thornhill. 9th is Jeffrey Merck. 10th, Jeff Gilmore. 11th, Ted Wade. 12th is Trent Drum. 13th is Jason Lance. 14th, Will Prowl. 15th, Hermie Sadler. 16th, Ray Richard. 17th is Jason Maines. 18th is James Lehman. 19th, Dode Hoskins. And 20th is Danny Rude.
Okay, I don't even have a 20th here. He might have come in at that last moment there, so I do not have him on here. That is weird.
Yeah, I believe he came in pretty late, so.
Well, that's technology for you, folks. All right, well, let's see here if I can go ahead and get Justin Michael up here real quick. Got to find him. There he is down there in Bandit. All right, we got some time here. Justin Michael, got a copy real quick, buddy.
Yes, sir, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, you grabbed the pole out here tonight, buddy. Like I said, not going for a championship, but still looking to grab a win and upset the playoff picture. Talk about Pocono, bud.
Oh, this track's interesting. I don't know. This car's kind of loose, and that's not to my liking. I don't know how I'm up here in front, but we'll see how it goes. We don't put any of the guys in a bad situation who's running for a championship, but we got a 1-2-3 start. Maybe we'll get a 1-2-3 finish.
All righty, buddy. We're going to go ahead and let you get back to it because you only get one lap here. Good luck out there, and congratulations on pole here tonight.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the first interview here tonight. Of course, our pole sitter. The next interview, of course, I'm going to throw Rachel on the spot here tonight. If we get a caution, then Rachel, there you go.
Okay, not a problem. I can do that.
I'm trying to fix my mic here, so it's might have to grab the duct tape. I live in the South. Duct tape fixes everything. So.
It sure does. I agree with that one.
Alrighty, into 3. I gotta say it. Pull those belts tight. One more time. We're gonna come out of turn 3 here tonight. What is turn 4? Well, Pocono don't have turn 4. Pace car gonna dive off to the safety of pit road. Justin gonna be in control. Green flag is already out. Boogity, 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 folks. Racing here tonight again for the 4th time this week on MaxspeedTV. Pocono. All right, now as they still are going to go side by side here, going into 1. They need to get through turn 1.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. They need to get through turn 1 with no problems.
Alrighty, folks. Well, as they figure it out there on the track, oh, somebody smacking the wall there. Gonna grab some tape here tonight, folks. Hang on a minute, Rachel. Go ahead and do your thing out there while I fix my mic here real quick.
Sure, that's not a problem. Okay, so you still have the 87 of Justin Michael still in the lead, but you've got Scott Patton right on his bumper. Everybody's pretty much single file right now for the most part, but also if we go towards the back, you've got the 85 of Judd Danielson that went to the inside, trying to make his move up there to the 6th position on Jeffrey Merck. You also have the number 29 of Elliott Sadler to the to the inside of that would have been the 86 of Jason Lance. You've got the 901 of Will Prowl. He was kind of left off to the outside by himself, but now he's pulled himself back into the single file. That wouldn't have been the best situation for him. He would have been. He's already lost 1 position, and now he ended up moving to the 13th position, and he was in 12.
All right, I'm back. We got it fixed, I hope.
Hopefully you put enough duct tape on there, huh?
Yeah, I think I wrapped it about 4 or 5 times. So I'm off tomorrow night, folks. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get this fixed tomorrow. You was talking about Will back here. That is Will Prue. That's
Prue.
That's how you pronounce his last name. I was there too, Rachel. I know. So
okay.
I called him Proud for the longest time. So, but that is Will Prue back here in the 901. Now Brendan Thornhill, Brian Odell there in chat asking who the 68 is. That is Brendan Thornhill. Now, for everybody who don't know, yes, that is Rachel's husband. So, just throwing that out there a little bit.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's like people tend to ask me, do you feel weird having to talk about your husband? Yeah, sometimes, especially if I have to interview him. It gets weird sometimes, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we'll try not to throw you on the spot on that one here.
It's okay. Honestly, it happens because people want to see what I'm going to say when they throw me to interview him. So.
Wow. With Justin Michael still up front, Scott Patton in second, Rob Haynes going to be still in third. Really the top three did not even, they haven't changed here. Michael Jeans is up a spot. Jeffrey Merg up a couple here. He's from 9th to 5th already. He is making some moves. Dustin Covington back there in 6th. Judd Danielson in 7th where he started. Ted Wade started 11th. He is back up into that 8th spot. Elliott Sadler falling back to 9th from 4th. And Jason Lance going to go ahead and round out the top 10 here starting 13th. He is up 3 spots. Now, they are single file in the draft here. Here's the problem, Rachel. These cars, you can get draft for a while, but once the tires start to fall off, once the fuel starts to run down, they're going to get so spread out here tonight. And if we get green flag pit stops, which very big possibility, and that's going to make things even more spread out because of the strategy.
Right, I agree with you. Oh, and as you were mentioning that, we actually have Ted Wade. He is definitely charging his way up. I mean, he just passed, that would have been Elliott Sadler and Judd Danielson all in one move. So,
wow.
Yeah, he passed both of them at the same time. So he's definitely trying to make his way up to the front.
Well, Ted Wade on the bubble here, coming into tonight in 4th. So, you know, he's looking. He wants to stay in the top 4 because not tonight. They just let everybody know loose lug nuts will be off next week. So when we come back, you know, it'll be the second race, only 2 races. And there'll be 4 more drivers that's going to be eliminated after the next race. Of course, next week is Valentine's weekend. Of course, it is also Sunday night, Sunday of next week, the Daytona 500. Going to open up NASCAR here in 2021. So I think that's kind of the reason why we're going to be off next week, if I was told that correctly. Back here to Jason Lance. Go ahead, Rachel. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, Jason Lance was making a move. He's on the inside of Elliott Sadler. But then, actually, you have someone that's trying to make this race 3 wide.
James Lehman 3 wide here. Oh, and they're still 3 wide. Oh, well, now they're going to go back to 2 through the tunnel turn of turn 2.
Yeah, you have, like you said, Lehman, he's on the inside of Brandon Thornhill right now, trying to pass him for that 11th position.
Yep. And we're watching, of course, Jeff Gilmore here, too, in that 57. He is right behind the 68 and the 8. 68, Brandon, 8, James. Looks like James is going to go ahead and complete the pass here over the 68 and going to go ahead and get into that 11th spot. Starting to get a little bit separated throughout the field. Go back a little bit further from James, Brandon, and Jeff. Get back here to the 2 of Jason B. Maines. Right up ahead is the 901 of Will Through the tunnel turn. Got another battle right up ahead of them. Judd Danielson and the 29 of Elliott Sadler. Sadler going to make the pass over the 85. That will be for 8th. Is there a battle up front? Well, there was. Oh, there is. We're up toward the front.
Right, you've got Michael Jeans. Dustin Covington and Michael Jeans. Dustin is on the inside of Jeans, trying to pass Jeans for that 4th position.
Well, they're not as far spread out as what I thought they would be within 10 laps. But whoa, getting a little bit hairy right here.
Right. I mean, you've got, they definitely, That was the 60 of Jeff Merck. It looked like he was about to try and make this 3 wide, but backed off a little bit.
It's too early to go 3 wide. You do not want to go 3 wide this early.
Yes, I agree there. I mean, I wouldn't go 3 wide anytime soon.
Well, we know these drivers. They're going to go 3 wide. If there's an opening, they're going to take it. Well, Jason Lance looking to the inside, or on the outside. I believe that is going to be the 8 of James Lincoln. No, who was that? That was the 68 of Thornhill on the inside of the 86. Brandon falling back to 12th. Oh, smacking the wall. The 57 of Gilmore smacked the wall. Ooh. And at a track like Pocono, Rachel, you have got to keep that car clean.
Right, yeah. Unfortunately, that with him he's gonna have that that front end damage from smacking the wall. That's really gonna, put a dent into his night for sure, because it's gonna be really tough for him to, make up any positions with that type of damage.
Yep, looking at the 57 now, Jeff Gilmore, and we can just see that right front. Oh, the right side. It doesn't look like he's got too much rear end damage or any at all, but man, that right side is kind of pancaked there. We can see it here. Right side of the hood up, kind of look into the engine there. Could be wearing down some tires, but here's the thing too. Sometimes a little bit of damage can actually help. But right now, it doesn't look like it's helping him any at all. He is falling back as Ray makes the pass.
Right, he's currently in the 13th position right now. So, actually he's fallen to 16th now.
Yeah, and he keeps falling. He is all the way back to 18th on my end. Of course, I'm getting the updates as it happens. So, yeah, 16th or 18th right now. Just updated again on my end.
Yeah, what happened was he was pretty much on the a lot further out, and so there was 2 cars that ended up passing him right as I had mentioned that he was in 16th. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, sure. Travis Chowder Browder out there in chat. How you doing, bud? Glad to see you out there in chat. Brian Odell joining us. Taking a look at chat here real quick. Seen that Travis popped in there, and PC running slow. Ugh. Yeah. Don't, if PC's running slow, don't want to really. A Hermie Sadler. He had to tow it. MaxspeedTV replay will show what happened to Hermie Sadler, and it looks like he is going to go ahead and just take it behind the wall and be done here tonight. So the first replay here tonight. What happened to Hermie? Looks like he was slowing it down to come maybe down pit road. Oh, and he clipped the grass. Ooh. And then he just parked it. He didn't hit the wall or anything. He just parked it. And then he towed it to pit road. Oh. All right, well, the top 3 kind of breaking away here. Get back here to Dustin Covington, who has found his way to 4th. Michael Jean's 5th. Elliott Sadler in 6th. And then a little bit of a gap between Elliott and Jeffrey. Ted still trying to make his way back up, or make his way up to the front. James Lehman there in 9th from 18th already in 15 laps. Now they're going to be coming up here pretty quickly on some pit stops here in about 5 or 6 laps here, Rachel. So we're going to open up those pit stops here for the first time. Got to be careful coming down pit road.
Yes, no, I agree, especially with them having to do these green pit stops like that, because like we mentioned earlier, the the speed limit down pit road is only 55.
Yes.
So being able to slow down to 55, without getting that penalty, it will be kind of difficult. They're going to have to, really start slowing down, pretty fast. And so they'll have to be very careful.
Yeah, probably in the middle of turn 3. You're going to have to slow down, get to the
Right.
bottom, and make sure when you hit that cone, you're either right around 55 or below 55. If not, well, speeding penalty down pit road is what you would get. Now we're going to be back here with Jason Lance. See the battle back here. He is going to make the pass over the 85 of Judd Danielson. That's going to put Jason in 10. And then I did see a potential pass up here.
Yeah, that would have been between Dustin Covington and Elliott Sadler. Elliott was able to make the pass on Dustin, so that moves him to the 4th position.
All right, and then Scott Patton, Rob Haynes, 2 and 3 here. Scott all over the back of Justin. Okay, Scott, I believe, got around Rob. I don't know. This track is so big, Rachel. It's kind of hard to, by the time I get up to them, they've already made the pass. So it's like, okay, who was
Yeah,
where?
no, actually, Scott is still in the same position.
Yeah,
he started in 2nd.
Nah,
So.
Okay, so he is all over the back of Justin Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely cut down the gap between him and Justin. And then you've got Rob, who's actually kind of gotten separated from them. They were pretty much all really close to each other, but unfortunately Rob has kind of fallen back.
Yeah, he's about 9/10 of a second, about a second back, you could say, to Scott Patton. I imagine, though, when we get to these pit stops, Justin Michael, Scott Patton, Rob Haynes. That's going to be Bandit Motorsports, 1, 2, 3. Justin Michael, Rob Haynes, Scott Patton. Imagine they're going to probably pit together. They're running strong still up here, 1, 2, 3. And Scott still putting that pressure on his teammate there in the 87 of Justin Michael for the lead. As I hack up along here, we're going to come and take lap 19 here tonight. There goes Scott to the inside. Oh, we got one spinning in the back, and the caution is out. James Lehman. And that is going to change. Well, we're coming up on pit stops, so they're going to have to definitely come down pit road. But we're going to get a MaxspeedTV replay on this, see what happened with James. Product of turn 3.
Right, yeah.
All right. Oh, he went high. Oh, and he hit the wall. And it just shot him down to the inside wall. Tries to save it. And that rear end smacking the wall. Got a little bit of damage on the front end there as he smacked it there. So, man, James Lehman self-spin here tonight out of turn 3. That is going to, of course, bring us to our first caution here tonight. I didn't say it earlier, Rachel, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Coming to pit stops or getting close, you got to watch for these cautions. And unfortunately, we've had that caution.
Right, yeah. But for some of these guys, I mean, this might have worked out for them because
It could have.
Yeah. I mean, depending on what their strategy was, this could actually help some of these guys, because if we would have had to do green pit stops, who's to say some of these guys might not have gotten speeding penalties,
Yeah, oh yeah,
So,
oh yeah. Yeah, if you get a speeding penalty coming out pit road under caution, maybe you need to go back to a virtual racing school. A big shout out to VRS out there for what they do here for iRacing. They are not a sponsor, but I know VRS, they do a lot. So a big shout out to them. And if you get a speeding penalty is what I'm saying under caution. Might have to go back to VRS and figure out, how to get down pit road under caution.
Yeah, so I mean, these guys aren't gonna have any issue,
Well, let's
getting
hope
on
not.
pit.
Let's hope not.
I would hope not. Yeah, I mean, I think these guys are they're pretty experienced. I wouldn't think that they would have that problem.
All right, no speeding penalties here. Looks like everybody around the 54, 55 mark here. Tonight, Scott Patton going to bring them down pit road here this evening. Everybody came down pit road, and that's the only smart thing to do is come down pit road, get 4 Mr. Feel Goods, get that tank of fuel, and get back out. Well, I did say that. Did Michael Jeans miss his stall, or did he actually pit? I've been having issues with ATVO pitting, so I'm going to go ahead and get a replay on this here real quick, folks. Did he make a stop? Because I'm showing that he didn't.
I believe he didn't, because I don't think he actually went in.
All right, the 08, we're watching it here. No, he did not. You are correct. I had to get a replay on that because I imagine he's going to come down this time. I mean, if he doesn't, he's playing the game here tonight. He's got to come down. He has to.
Right. Yeah. He might just stay out one more lap. I've seen Jeans do this before. In other races where sometimes he doesn't pit with everybody and he'll like run one more lap or so and then come in and pit. So that might be what he's doing.
All right, we'll see here what Michael Jeans does. Looks like he is going to come down pit road. So that's going to give the lead up to Scott Patton. All right. Looks like we are going to be double filed here. Oh, should I bring somebody up for Rachel to interview? Yes, I will. And that's going to be Scott Patton here tonight. There's Scott. Rachel, make it quick. There you go.
All right. Hey, Scott, it's Rachel and Josh up here. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on? I got you.
All right. So obviously you took that lead away from Justin Michael. So I'm guessing, was that, through pit road, or, you just had a better stop than him, or?
I think we grabbed it just before the yellow came out. Me and Justin were laughing about it because I was kind of cruising behind him, and then off 3 he bobbled a little bit, and I just chose to make a move. And then in turn 1, the one time I make the move for the lead, the yellow flag comes out. So he pretty much gave it to me there. But and then we beat him off pit road as well. Had a great stop. But yeah, Bandit Motorsports 1, 2, 3 here. Looking forward to a good finish here if we can keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have pretty much stayed 1, 2, 3, so far. I mean, for the whole race. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, hopefully you guys can, have that 1, 2, 3 finish, at the end of the race. So.
That's the goal. Bandit Motorsports finishing strong here. I see Elliott hanging back there. Elliott Sadler. I look for him to be probably strong here in the end. See what he's got. But yeah, looking forward to a good finish here with these guys.
All right, well, we'll let you get back, and yeah, look forward to seeing you, hopefully in victory lane. So.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Rachel.
Yep.
All right.
See you, Josh.
See it. All right, getting back down there, coming into 3 here, and had to make it quick here tonight. We'll let Rachel do another one if we have another caution here. Rachel, get us going.
All right, Scott Patton and Justin Michael. Scott Patton is definitely, trying to hold off Justin Michael as much as possible, but obviously his teammates is not trying to let him get that run.
Oh no! I mean, you got teammates up here. Go ahead and make them think that, hey, you're fast, you're good to go. but I'm still right here.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, we're teammates, but you know, we're not friends on the track. So
well, you're friends early, but when it comes down to the final 10 laps, you can throw the whole teammates out the window because you know these drivers, you know, they're gonna try to maximize all the points they can, but we gotta look back here because we got battles going on the restart here tonight. Elliott Sadler, Jeffrey Merck. Looks like Elliott trying to make his way and his presence and known here. If you don't know who Elliott Sadler is, well, then I don't know
maybe
what to
you've
say.
been living under a rock, probably.
Probably. Elliott Sadler making his presence known yet again. We got a battle again between Justin Michael and Rob Haynes. Rob gonna just scream around the 87. That is gonna be for second. He made that look easy.
Yeah, he did. I have to definitely agree with that. Yeah,
Wow.
Unfortunately, Justin is pretty much gonna have to really work for to get back up there because his teammates are just not letting him have it.
Oh no, they're running their lines, and I know they're communicating down there. And you know, I wish that we could figure out a way for iRacing to implement, you know, some in-car talk. You know, of course, get with the drivers beforehand and tell them, all right, or the teams, and say, all right, we're gonna pick you guys here tonight and go on board and. You know, you guys can talk, but the issue with that, this is the internet, and there is a lot of people and a lot of the drivers here on iRacing that they have the stream mode. So if they hear something, they're going to know, and strategy call. I mean, so I can see why they don't do that, but Elliott Sadler going to make a pass here, and he's going to go into fourth. Getting around Dustin Covington. We got some single file going on. We got some battling back here. Jason E. Maines, Brandon Thornhill.
Yeah,
looks like Merck and looks like Merck and the 48 of Dustin gonna go at it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, you're fine. Yeah, so I was gonna say that Brandon Thornhill did actually get the pass on that would have been Jason Maines.
Yes.
Right. So so that will move Brandon up to the 10th position.
Yeah, 10th
But you've got Jeffrey Merck that's trying to put that move on Dustin Covington. I mean, he's pretty much right on the side of him. You know, he tried to get to his back bumper, but
it's kind of a hornet's nest right here between let's see here, Dustin, Jeffrey, Ted, and I believe Jason in the mix. Jason Lance in the mix here. And Judd Danielson, as Judd is going to fall back behind the IC machine of the 86 of Lance. My favorite paint, of course, out here is that IC machine. I grew up with IC, so, you know, I love the paint. And Jason, don't mess it up. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. But who doesn't love ices, though? They're the best.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of sweets or drink a lot of sweets, but, yeah, I grew up on IC, so... And well, you did too, so, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, my favorite paint out there. Now, my favorite driver, I don't have one, because when it comes to race time, well, guess what? I hate everybody equally. I've said that many times on a broadcast, so when it comes to racing, these guys know that I'm going to call it as I see it, and right now I got to say, they're doing an awesome job hanging on. It's when it comes down to pit stops is where the problems are. You know, tires, they're bad. You're low on fuel, and I'm right here with Jeffrey Merck. He's on the outside of Dustin Covington. No, Ted Wade, sorry. Ted Wade in 32 going to drop it low here. So we got a battle right here between them two.
Yeah, Ted's trying to pass Merck, and the crazy thing about it is these two are the ones that are battling for that 4th position in points, because Ted is currently in 4th,
Yes.
but Mark is right behind him. So I mean, it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, Mark, yes. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just...
Yeah, no, you're fine. So I mean, they're definitely gonna try and, get as many points as possible because they're so close in points. And like you mentioned, the 4th place is that cutoff. So.
Yes. Yeah, after the next race here, and I don't have that pulled up in front of me, unfortunately. I can step away and do that, but I'm not going to because we still got that battle. Jason Lance, Judd Danielson trying to get back up there into that 7th spot. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, you have Judd Danielson next to him, but then you also have, Mark's not too far behind.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's not too far behind. He's right there. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, Mark's right there, and right behind him is Jason D. Baines, and you got Brandon Thornhill, Ray Richard. Now, we haven't talked much about the 44 here tonight, but one of my favorite drivers to interview is this guy right here, Ray Richard. He just knows what to say and when to say it, and he doesn't give out a strategy. Now, he started 16th, currently running in 12th right now, so he's still trying to battle his way up to the front. Yeah, he is one of those drivers not in the chase, and we don't. Let me get the words here. We not only have to worry about the top 8, but we also have to worry about these non-chase drivers. Because if one of the chase drivers grabs a win or a top 3 or whatever, it's going to upset and take away points from the top 8. And Ray he's trying to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, because and that's kind of what we're kind of expecting also with Justin Michael, because he is obviously up right now in the 3rd position. He's been in the top 3 all night so far, and he's one of those non-chase drivers as well. And so that you have him, you have Elliott Sadler. They're all non-chase drivers. So yeah, they could potentially mess up points for some of these chase drivers as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Elliott right there in 4th in that 29. He's coming up on Justin Michael here. Let's go ahead and watch this here and kind of see what happens now. They pitted about 11 laps ago, so anywhere between 8, 9 laps. We're going to be coming up on yet again some green flag pit stops here. Now, looking at chat here tonight, Caro, 1228, of course, that is Trent Drum out there, said his screen froze up for a couple of seconds, and he drove right into the wall and blew the motor. Yeah, glad no one was involved in that for sure, Trent. Tough break out there. We hate to see the drivers out here, ending their night. We're still pretty early here, but we are going to be coming down here to, I believe, halfway mark here pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, we are over the halfway mark. 32 laps.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we're currently going on lap 33. So, yeah, we're pretty much halfway.
Justin got loose. Sorry, not to interrupt you there, but he got loose. He almost smacked the wall.
Yeah, that would not have been good because, we have seen, what smacking the wall does to these cars and how much it affects how much it affects them, because we saw it with Jeff Gilmore, you know, and Jeff is still back there, currently in the 16th position, and he hasn't moved up since, unfortunately, because of that damage. So
Yeah, I think the damage. I agree with you, Rachel. That damage on that machine, the 57, is playing a factor with him here tonight. You know, you have got to keep that car clean as much as you can. I know, you know, track issues could be a problem, and smacking the wall definitely going to be a problem. Let's see here. Jason Lance under some fire here as Merck looks to the inside, and he is going to make the pass going into 7. Jeffrey Merck, Ted Wade. Ted Wade, 4th in the points. Merck there in 6th. We was talking about him earlier.
right, yeah. So they're definitely gonna, you know, I know they're gonna battle it out soon, because they're trying to. Mark is trying to move his way into that 4th position, and Ted is trying to stay in that 4th position or move up. So he's trying not to lose that 4th position.
We're going to be up here on Elliott Sadler. Looking at Chad. Hold on. Is that Elliott Sadler from NASCAR Xfinity Series or not? But I forgot. Yeah, Elliott Sadler, Hermie Sadler brothers from, well, if you, like I said, if you don't know Elliott, well, get out from under the rock.
Right. I mean, if you've watched NASCAR, you know, over the years, then you know who they are. So.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't realize Elliott. You know, when I started, I didn't realize Elliott and Hermie were brothers. I thought that was father and son, but no, that's brothers.
Yeah. I didn't know much about
who the oldest is, but you know, go ahead.
Right. I know. I was gonna say I don't know that either. I have no idea. But I mean, I knew about Elliott, but I didn't hear about Hermie until much later. So.
Yes, this is the man, one of the legends from real NASCAR. Now he is coming up on Justin Michael. He's going to start putting pressure on that 87. I have yet to ever interview that number 29. I have talked to Hermie. I think I have interviewed Hermie before, if my memory serves me correctly. I don't know, from day to day, and I do this 7 days a week, folks. I see a lot of different drivers. I interview a lot of different people. We're door to door back here between Jeffrey Merck and Jason Lance, side by side. Number 16 going to make the pass on the outside here tonight as we go through the turn number 2 here. Oh, Jeffrey smacking the wall. Good save by Jeffrey Merck. Oh, that could have been ugly.
Yeah, luckily he was able to save it. But unfortunately, with as hard as he hit that wall, I'm really worried about how that damage is going to affect him.
Well, we're going to have to see here. Number 60 to the inside, the 2 of Jason D. Maines on the outside, the 68 of Brandon Thornhill right there with them. Brandon's got a bird's eye view. Got to check out that damage, though, on the right side of Merck. And, yeah, we can see there is some right side damage here. And I love the paint out there, the Eagle. Oh, I love it. And he messed it up. So we're going to have a talk here, Jeffrey. But I think that damage over time is going to hurt him. Oh, battle up here. Ted Wade. 32 on the outside. door-to-door, side-by-side with Jason Lance. That is going to be for 6th. Well, we've got about 13 watching, 4 likes here tonight. Can we hit 10 likes here this evening? We do appreciate all the support out there, not only for myself, Joshua Medlock, and of course Rachel and Loose Lug Nuts and Scoops, but MaxspeedTV, the whole team here, all across the board in the league. Thank you all for tuning in. A big shout out to Scoops for coming on board yet again this season and being the title sponsor here for Loose Lug Nuts in the Xfinity Series. A big shout out to you, of course, our owner here for Loose Lug Nuts. My mind just went blank. John, that's it. Yeah, John. Big shout out to John out there. I don't know if he's in chat here tonight. A big shout out to you, John, for doing what you do here over at Loose Lug Nuts from each of the series. And, of course, you know, with Xfinity here, putting on a great league. Yeah, we've had, you know, there's been races where we've had some cautions, but yeah, that's racing. So, big shout out to you, man. Love it. Love doing the Winter Series. We'll wind to get down here, though. And I'm back here with Jeffrey Merck. He is still falling backwards as the head of James Lehman got around. Dode Hoskins right behind now of Jeffrey Merck. And, of course, a shout out to all the fans out there for tuning in each and every week, each and every day. We do appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
Well, take a look at who's just moved into the 3rd position.
Mr. Elliott Sadler.
Yeah.
Got around our favorite Canadian, Rob Haynes, at the 199. Oh, we got pit stops. Yes, we do. Jason Lance coming down pit road. All right, so let's go ahead and get up here on Scott Patton. He is our leader. He's been out here 21 laps. Looks like pretty much everybody's been out here 21 laps. So, yeah, we're within the window again, Rachel. Can we have a green flag pit stop?
Let's see. I do hope that we can, because, I mean, unfortunately, you know, when these guys are getting into these cautions, it's just not, I mean, obviously it's ruining their night. It's not exactly what they want. So, I hope that we can just do green pit stops from now on. So.
Yeah, green flag. That's what we want. Well, Scott Patton kind of driving away with it right now. He's about 1.3 seconds ahead of Justin Michael. Justin Michael at about 5/10 ahead of Elliott Sadler. We got more coming down. Looks like Rob Haynes, our favorite Canadian, down pit road. We got Judd Danielson of Bruzy USA. A big shout out to Judd Danielson out there, one of a good friend, and of course, you know, he's got a Bruzy USA. If you're in need of some racing equipment, gloves, boots, a suit, whatever, check him out at bruzyusa.com, and of course on Facebook. And go ahead and send him a personal message and tell him that Joshua Medlock from MaxspeedTV sent you. Big shout out to Judd out there for what he does. Looks like Scott Patton. Is he going to pit? Yes, he is. He is going to come down pit road. Our leader down pit road. Justin Michael going to take over the lead. So that's going to put Justin and Elliott Sadler 1-2 here tonight. Dustin down.
So it looks like the teammates did not pit all at the same time, because Rob Haynes pitted before Scott did, and Justin is staying out. So they're doing their own thing. They didn't do the teammate thing and pit at the same time.
And that's strategy. I mean, Scott Patton, Rob Haynes, Jason Lace, Ted Wade, Jason D. Maines, Jeffrey Merck, Michael Jeans, Judd Danielson just running through the top 8 here in the top 8 or round of 8 here. I mean, Scott Patton and Rob Haynes are 1-2 right now coming in 2 tonight. So, Rob, you've got to stay in the top 4. You have to. Different strategies, Rachel.
Yeah. I mean, they've done different strategies. It's just normally, you tend to see teammates kind of running the same type of strategy, and they tend to pit together. But tonight, I think they're kind of throwing that out the window, and they're just kind of like, doing this all individually and not doing the teammate thing right now.
All right, well, we continue pit stops here. Jeff Gilmore down pit road. Now, here's what we also have to look at now is what is Justin? Is he going to be coming down pit road here? He is dropping some speed here. Yes, he is. He is going to whip it down pit road out of turn 3. So he is going to be down pit road. Elliott Sadler going to lead a lap here tonight. Elliott out front.
And you have Ted Wade that's in second right now.
Ted Wade going into 1. These drivers have stayed out here at about 25 laps. Jason D. Maines also stayed out as well. So Michael, Merck, Lehman all on pit road. I imagine we're going to see Sadler, Wade, and Maines come down maybe this time. Different strategies for tires, different strategies for fuel. And there comes Elliott Sadler down pit road. So I imagine Wade, yes, Wade is going to come down, and here comes Maines down pit road. So the top 3 coming down pit road, Rachel.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, everybody's kind of doing their own strategy. So now everybody has come down pit road. So we don't have anybody just staying out.
Keith Bradley out there, Route 9, the OTT or Go Over the Top Motorsports. So you have the OTT Dirt Team cheering you on. So the Dirt Team for the Over the Top Motorsports out there in chat. I believe this is the first time I've ever seen the Dirt Team out there in chat. A big shout out to the Dirt Team for OTT. If you're in the market for a paint, hit up John Hendricks. He'll hook you up, and I'm sure Keith will go off of that because, man, those paints that John does, they're amazing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there. His paints are really, really nice. So.
Well, Scott Patton has re-grabbed the lead here. He's led 24 laps. It's going to be 25 this time by, well, guess what? 17 laps to go here tonight. Judd Danielson going to get passed up by Dode Hoskins back here for that 8th spot.
Yeah, and you've got Elliott Sadler, who's currently he's in the 4th position. He did lead that one lap before he came down pit road.
Yeah, he led 2 laps, actually.
2 laps. Yeah, so now he's currently in the 4th position.
All right, well, of course, we are at the Tricky Triangle tonight at POCONO. We're going to be off next week, February 13th. We're going to come back February 20th at Las Vegas, the Motor Speedway here for the Scoops Old Fashioned Ice Cream Shop for, of course, the second race of the top 8 drivers. And I'm going to go ahead and ask Rachel here tonight. Rachel, you want to be up here in the booth with me for that Las Vegas race?
I don't see why I couldn't be, up here on that night. So
All right. Well, we'll talk more about it. We've got time. So.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, as far as I know of, I should be able to. But we'll definitely we'll talk it out, and once we confirm everything, I mean, I'm sure you'll let everybody know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will. I will. Well, Rachel Thornhill, of course, up here in the booth with me tonight. Myself, of course, Joshua Medlock. Glad to see everybody out there tuning in. Yeah, John's an awesome guy. I love John to death. Talk to him pretty much about once a week. You know, I know he's busy, so I think Scott Patton right now with 15 to go. He just pitted at about 6 laps. I think Scott, Rob, I think they can make it to the end. The biggest question is, we're going to have to watch Elliott Sadler. He's been out here just 3 laps. There's only a 1-lap difference between him and Justin Michael. That would be for 3rd, Rachel. That would be for podium. So can Elliott make it up to Justin Michael?
I think he can. I do. I think he can. I mean, he's already done it. The biggest thing is we'll have to watch what his lap times are like, if he's able to, cut down enough time between him and Justin every lap. So.
All right. So the last lap for Justin Michael was a 55.945. The last lap for Elliott Sadler was a 55.618. So he's cutting into it.
Right, yeah. I mean, had a faster lap than Justin, so if he can keep up, he should be able to, cut that time between him and Justin significantly. So.
All right, well, now that green flag pit stops have happened, we're going to come out of 3. We're going to take 13 to go here tonight. We're going to keep an eye out on Elliott Sadler, but we got to get back through the field here. And, well, really, right now, Rachel, not a whole lot going on. Everybody pretty much spread out. This is what happens. So when we go through, something happened to James. He just kind of disappeared here. Took his car behind the wall. All right, so I guess he is going to be done for the night. Tough break for James, but glad to see him back out there on the racetrack. So 3 drivers have taken their cars behind the wall. James Lehman, Trent Drum, Hermie Sadler. But like I said, not a whole lot going on right now. So Pocono, that's part of it.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's the typical with this racetrack is just, when they don't have cautions, they tend to get spread out, and that's just how it is. There's not much we can do about that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Michael Jean's back here in 14th, looking at him. He is the last car on the lead lap here tonight. The first driver lap down is going to be Will Prue back here in that 901. Right behind the 32, I believe that is. Or that is a 32, isn't it? Yeah, 32 of Ted Wade. Ted Wade currently running at 9th. Well, he is going to go to the inside of the 953 of Dode Hoskins. So, got to pass back here. Ted Wade now back up to 8th. We got to figure out where these drivers are going to end here tonight, because after that, only one more race, like I said, before we finalize the round of 8. Well, Keith, I'll check over the top dirt out there for sure, man. I do appreciate you jumping out there and chat, man. Thank you. Well, Scott Patton is going to get around Michael Jeans to put him a lap down. So that's going to be Jeff Gilmore, the last driver, a lap down here. And we're going to be coming out of turn 3 here tonight. Scott, ooh, back in. Got a little bit squirrely there. He is going to take 10 to go here tonight. Rachel, 10 laps to go.
Yes.
This is a long
10 laps
10
to
laps.
go. Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, this is a long track, and that's to be expected. But not surprising that Scott Patton, Rob Haynes, and Justin Michael have pretty much stayed top 3 for most of the night. I mean, the only difference was, Elliott ended up being, leading like 2 laps. But
Yes.
besides that, it's just been these 3.
Well, Elliott Sadler, he is coming upon Justin. Justin kind of got close to the wall there. Elliott Sadler, 0.6 of a second behind the 87 right now. He's coming. Can Elliott get up there to him and make the pass cleanly? That's going to be the biggest thing.
Right.
Going off of experience, I got my money on Elliott. Sorry, Justin.
Right, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he's been able to really cut down that time between him and Justin, and that was the biggest thing, was if he could, keep those lap times faster than Justin, and he's proven that he's been able to. So, yeah, we'll see. The biggest thing is if he can do it within these last few laps that we have.
Yeah,
So
we are at 9 laps to go. We're going to be here 8 laps this coming up time here as Scott Patton coming around turn 3 once more. 8 laps to go. Alrighty, folks, had to step away here real quick, but Scott Patton up front, Rob Haynes in second, Justin Michael in third, Elliott Sadler now 4/10 behind Justin Michael for podium here, top 3. We've got 7 to go here tonight, going to be 6 to go next time by. What Scott does not want to see, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, Rachel, he doesn't want to see a caution. That's what he doesn't want to see.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's only a couple laps to go, and that's the last thing he would need, because he does not want this field to bunch up, because then, there's that potential of, him not getting a good run. Yeah, so I don't blame him. I mean, and hopefully this works out in his favor.
Well, I mean, Scott Patton looking to go. Well, I missed last week, I believe it was. What was that? That was Richmond, January 30th. Or did I do Richmond? I think I don't remember. I know I was sick and I missed 5 days. But Greg Mall won that lap. But round the top 2 drivers, starting out the race, Scott Patton won that race. So I mean, he's looking technically to go, say, back-to-back, round one of the top 12 and round one of the top 8. I mean, that would technically be back-to-back if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, I agree. I would count it that way.
Yeah, I don't want to see a caution either, Brian. Yeah, and I'm with you right there, Rachel. Oh man, can Elliott? Can he do it? Can he get up to Justin? He's right there. Oh, come on, Elliott.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. It's like he's so close, and we've only got about 4 laps to go. So
Yes. Well, we're going to be coming to 4 to go. Right now 5, but yeah, we're going to be coming out of turn 3 here, and we're going to be 4 laps to go once Scott crosses the line, and it is going to be 4 to go here tonight. 12 more turns for Scott Patton. Sorry, had to say it. I do appreciate it, Keith. Go ahead, Rachel.
I don't know if Elliott's just not able to do it, possibly because of tires that or if he's just kind of holding back and waiting till like the last 2 laps and then fly by Justin.
Well,
I don't know.
It's a possibility. Could Elliott be saving, a little bit of tires? Like I said, there's only a 1 lap difference between him and Justin Michaels. So could he be saving just enough to push it one last time? We don't know. We're not drivers. We're 3 to go this time. So still got to watch. I would definitely keep an eye on Elliott, but he's falling back now 7/10. He might have burned his stuff up.
That's what I was wondering, if maybe that's why he hasn't been able to do it, is because of tires, that maybe his tires are just giving out and he can't push it anymore. Even so, if that is the case, he still finishes with, in P4. I mean, that
4th.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no.
From where he started.
That's where he started, in 4th.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he started in 4th and he moved right back up to, and pretty much came right back up to 4th. So.
Yes. So, I mean, a good run by Elliott Sadler out there in the 29. Oh, well, guess what, folks? We're going to be coming this time by 2 to go. 2 laps to go here tonight. All Scott has to do is get around. Oh, we got a battle back here. We'll get more on that here in just a second. Jason D. Main's going to make the pass over Jason Lance. That's going to be for that 8th position. And Jason all over the back. Jason going to fight back to the outside. Jason D. Mains. We got a battle of the Jasons back here.
I just realized that when you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, both of their names are Jason.
I love it. I love Battle of the Jasons. Well, Jason D. Mains is going to overtake that spot. Scott Patton down into turn 3 here tonight. Out of turn 3. He is going to cross the stripe here tonight. We're going to be 1 to go here this evening. 1 lap to go. Well, whatever happens now, Rachel, that's what happens.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it just seems like Elliott's falling further back. I do think.
I don't think he's got anything for Justin. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I think he just burned his stuff up, unfortunately.
Well, a big shout out to Elliott Sadler coming back. Going to finish, I believe, there where he started in 4th. A big shout out to him. But it's going to be, I think, Scott Patton 3.1 seconds ahead of Rob Haynes here tonight. Scott Patton not only going to win round 1 of the top 12, but win round 1 of the top 8 here tonight. Congratulations goes to Scott. All right, so Scott Patton, Rob Haynes, Justin Michael, top 3. Elliott Sadler, Dustin Covington, your top 5. Of course, we only pull up the top 3 here, but we're going to go ahead and step away and play a commercial break here tonight, folks, and we're going to get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere. No, we're going to be right back. And we are back live here tonight. We have caught up with our top 3 here this evening. Of course, I'm going to start here with Justin Michael here tonight in that 5.11 Tactical 87 machine here this evening. Now, POCONO, 1 caution, green flag pit stops here tonight, but you had a driver behind you, and we just was talking there. You was worried about him a little bit, but, man, talk about the racing here tonight, man. Mike's yours.
Yeah, it was a good race. Everybody ran pretty clean, and we got a 1-2-3 finish, so it's always looking good for us. And yeah, Elliott was catching us there for a while. We were kind of saving, hoping for a yellow. Pitted 2 or 3 laps after Scott and Rob, and yellows would be the only way we could get back up there. And if that happened, I wanted some better tires. So, but probably about 5-6 more laps, I might have been able to catch Rob.
So you were, of course, gunning for a Rob, of course, but we didn't have the caution. So is that kind of, I know, probably upsetting, but you're the driver, not me, man. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, we were racing for a win. No points really matter here for us since we're not really in the playoffs. So, but yeah, just need a little luck on our side. We'll get it next time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're gonna be off next week, February 13th. Of course, that's gonna be Valentine's weekend, and of course the Daytona 500 are going to be next Sunday night. But when we come back, it's going to be Las Vegas. Man, talk about Las Vegas, but
it'd be one of my favorite tracks. So got a lot of wins there in official, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we'll be out here, I'm pretty sure, and hopefully we'll get the W that time.
All righty, buddy. Well, any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here tonight, and a 1, 2, 3 for you guys.
Just everybody out there watching, and 1, 2, 3 finish is always good. So hopefully we can keep that up for the rest of the season and on the next season as well. So appreciate you.
All righty, Justin. We will see you in 2 weeks, bud.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. We'll drag him up here, and I believe Rachel Thornhill has caught up with him.
All right, Rob, it's Rachel up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, got you, Rachel.
All right. Well, congrats on a second place finish. Obviously, huge for your team as a whole because it's a 1, 2, 3 finish. noticed that you and Justin were kind of battling it out most of the night between the two of you. But you were able to kind of stay in front of him. You think you had anything for Scott?
No, Rachel, I was burning up my tires. Did it each run. I just ate them up too early. I was fast early on, and then the car just starts to want to push a little bit, and you got to back off earlier to get through the corner properly. And if you don't, and you end up high, you just lose a bunch of time. So just nursing tires through the race. At the end there, I know Justin and Elliot, they were catching me, and if they had had a couple more laps, they would have got by me there. Yeah, just burned up my tires, but other than that, good finish and good points night.
All right. Well, obviously, you guys are off next week, but after that, you're going to be at Vegas. What are you thinking about that track? Is that a track that that you're good at, that you like, or?
Yeah, I think I like Vegas. It's a pretty good track for. I think it's got some nice finishes there. We'll have to see what the weather's like and how the competition is. And there's always fast guys here, so it's always tough no matter where we go. But yeah, looking forward to Vegas. Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats again on your second place finish. You got any sponsors or shout outs you want to make?
Yeah, Scoop's Old Fashioned Ice Cream for continued sponsorship. That's great for the series. Loose Lug Nuts, Over the Top Paints and Designs, Bandit Motorsports, and yeah, my daughters love them all.
All right. Well, go celebrate your second place finish, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, Rachel, and thanks to MaxspeedTV and the fans watching. Appreciate that too.
All right. Thank you, Rob. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. He won round 1 of the round of 12, and he is going to bring it back to victory lane here tonight for round 1 of the round of 8. Scott Patton in the Stone River Outfitters 46 machine here tonight, Scott, at Pocono. One caution. Talk about the race here tonight.
Yeah, how about that one? I'd say I love me some Pocono. Let's do that for the next 2 weeks. What do you say?
No, I hate Pocono. I'm tired of it. I've had it since Wednesday.
No, it's an awesome run there for Bandit Motorsports, man. 1, 2, 3 for those guys. Again, I think at least 2 in a row, 2 weeks in a row, if not more. Rob, man, he's really turned up the heat there at the end of the chase
He's a
here.
Canadian, Scott, so you know.
We try not to hold that against him. I'm kind of close to Canada, so.
Well, yeah, talk about Pocono. I mean, we had that one caution for, right before the first round of green flag pit stops. And then, of course, the caution came out. You guys got reset, ready to go. And it was green flag from there. We had the green flag pit stop strategy calls out there. Man, talk about it. What did you have to do to get up front and stay up front?
Yeah, I told the guys that if there was going to be a yellow to fall, that yellow pretty much fell at the perfect time. It didn't do anything too crazy with pit strategy in terms of fuel, stretching fuel, or stretching tires. It was kind of, we were within a lap or two of pitting anyway when that yellow came out. So, it's pretty straightforward strategy from there. So if we're going to have a yellow, I'd rather it fall like that, have the second 2/3 of the race green flag, and put these Bandit guys green flag on a flat track like this, and 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3 for Bandit Motorsports. Well, Pocono out away. Thank God. I'm so tired of Pocono.
No. What's next week? New Hampshire? We're going to New Hampshire next week?
Well, next week we're actually off. But when we come back, it's going to be February the 20th for the second race of the top 8 drivers here. We're going to be at Las Vegas. Sin City, buddy. 1.5 miles. Man, talk about it. What do you got to do there?
That's going to be more of a challenge, I think, for us. I'm not as big of a fan as the 1.5 miles. Like I think I said last week or some other week, I look for Justin Michael to be really fast up there. So we'll try to get some pointers from him maybe during the week and at the race practice time. Because I know he's unfortunately not in the chase. So, yeah, I'm sure he's going to be all about helping us up here.
Yeah, but he's still playing upset on points.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got nothing to lose, right? So he's gonna, I'm sure he's gonna be out there trying to get one before the end of the season for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, as far as Vegas goes, can we like back up the clock like 10 years? What was it? It was probably more than 10 years ago when Vegas used to be flat, right? You remember that?
Uh, I don't.
No.
No, not really.
It's probably like 15 years ago now, I assume. But yeah, Vegas used to be flatter, more like a 14 to 16 degree something in there, and yeah, I liked it way back then. But we'll deal with it. We'll push through here to Vegas, and then hopefully Atlanta, and make our run for the chase for the trophy if we can.
Well, it's going to come down to, of course, Vegas, and you have put yourself in a good position going into Vegas. So the top four, because there's going to be 4 drivers eliminated. So you winning it here tonight with Rob Haynes right behind you. You and Rob 1-2 here coming into tonight. Rob only 7 points behind you. This puts you and him really in a good position going into Vegas for the top 4. So where do you technically need to finish? I guess it's car count.
I got to be honest with you, Josh. I don't play those games. We look to qualify up front, race up front, and collect as many flags as we can. That's what we're here for. So, between Bandit Motorsports, I'm happy that Rob's up there for us. And if we can get both of us, 2 out of the top 4 in the chase from Bandit Motorsports, I think we're going to put up a heck of a battle there in Atlanta if we can make it that far. So, that's our goal. I think it's kind of more status quo. I don't do much car counting and points counting and lead lap counting. We just go and
just race it. Just
race it. I mean, it's worked this far, right? Why would we change it?
Yeah. Why would you? All righty, buddy. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate? A big shout-out to Northeast Motorsports Museum. If you don't know who that is Dick Bergeron. We had him on here for Loose Lug Nuts a few weeks ago. About a month ago, so a big shout out to him out there. But Scott, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Northeast Motorsports Museum, like you said, Stone River Outfitters, New England's premier fly tying shop. Check them out at StoneRiverOutfitters.com. All your fly tying needs. If anyone's doing any fly fishing in these cold weathers, I don't know if anyone's maybe ice fishing. Do you use flies in ice fishing? I don't know.
No, I live in Arkansas. One day it's cold, and the next day we got tornadoes. So
Do you even get snow there? Do you get snow there at all?
Every once in about 10 years.
Oh, really? Okay. So, yeah, there's some people down south. If you're still flying tying, check them out. Stone River's Outfitters, StoneRiverOutfitters.com. They ship all over the U.S., and I think that's all. And you guys, of course, at MaxspeedTV, Josh, happy to have you back. Glad you're feeling better.
Oh, yeah.
And Rachel up there. How'd Rachel do on her first broadcast?
With me, she did awesome, as always.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll get to her in a minute. But Scott, of course, awesome job out here tonight. Winning it here tonight. Round 1 of the round of 8. We're going to go on an off week here. So, a little bit of a break. And then, of course, Vegas when we come back. Man, go celebrate your victory here tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks, bud.
Appreciate it, Josh. Hope all the viewers enjoyed it. And enjoy the Daytona 500 next week. Looking forward to it.
I am too, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
I might have tickets to it. I just got tickets the other day.
Send me some.
I think I might be down there. All right.
All right, Scott.
See you,
go
buddy.
celebrate,
Appreciate
bud.
it.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that is going to bring us down here, of course, to the unofficial results here tonight. But I got to say, Rachel, one caution. Yeah, 19 drivers, one caution. It could have been worse because of some stuff that happened on the track. But, hey, one caution, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, like you mentioned, there could have been way more, but these guys, they were able to keep it, clean and green. And like what Scott said, the way that caution fell, it kind of worked out because it was getting close to the time that they were going to have to pit anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, let's get down here to the unofficial results, pending the admin stuff they have to do here tonight. Scott Patton going to grab the win here tonight. Man, awesome job by Scott. Rob Haynes going to finish in second here. Justin Michael in third. So Bandit Motorsports 1, 2, 3. Boy, I still, if there was a couple of more laps there, Elliott Sadler would have caught Justin Michael. Elliott Sadler going to finish in fourth here tonight. Dustin Covington in 5th, Ted Wade 6th, Brandon Thornhill 7th, and Jason D. Main's going to round out the top 8. Rachel, finish us out.
Okay, and 9th you have Jason Lance, 10th, Dode Huskins, 11th, Ray Richard, 12th, Judd Danielson, 13th, Jeff Gilmore, 14th, Michael Jeans, 15th, Will Prue, 16th, Jeffrey Merck, 17th, James Lehman, 18th, Trent Drum, 19th, Hermie Sadler.
All right, 19 drivers here tonight, but congratulations goes to Scott Patton here tonight in the Stone River Northeast Motorsports Museum 46 here tonight. And thank you all out there here in chat tuning in here. And, of course, Rachel, thank you for joining us here on MaxspeedTV TV, calling the race here tonight at Pocono. I do hope you still have your ears left.
Yes, I do. I took your advice to turn my headset down, so we're good. But no, I had fun. I do appreciate you letting me come up here with you. So.
All right. Well, trust me, folks, we're gonna get Rachel up here sooner rather than later. So, Rachel, thank you so much for helping us up here at Pocono. I am so tired of this track. I've had it since Wednesday, and I am glad this is over with.
Right, and we're moving on to Vegas, so new track.
Back to 1.5 miles. I'm ready.
Right.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you all for tuning in. A big shout out to Scoop's Old Fashioned Ice Cream Shop for coming back on board here for the Xfinity Series and being the title sponsor. But until Monday night, folks, that's when I will be back here. I'm off tomorrow night, so we're going to start round 5, the season series finale for XM99, Extreme Motorsports, and 99.com. You don't want to miss it. ISM Phoenix for the chase race. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.